Do you know some issues we going through right now? We need a strategy. We need a plan of action. But when you don't pray, you miss your strategy. Because it's in the prayer closet. It's in the prayer room where God gonna give you a fail-proof plan. Y'all didn't hear me then. I'm in the clothes, but I'm telling you, it's something about getting in prayer. When your ideas have failed, oh God, and getting in there saying, God, I ain't doing nothing else until you tell me to do it. Just when your enemies think they got you. Oh, I got to preach to somebody. The enemies are having a party thinking you said and done. But see, the enemy don't know you've been praying. Come on, somebody. I said somebody finna spoil the plan of your enemies because you've been talking to God about your issue. I've been talking to God about the problems. I've been talking to God about the difficulty, and he been giving me a plan. Herod was about to bring him for Peter was sleep bound. Look here, between two soldiers, and the guards before the door were keeping the prisoner. Now behold, an angel of the Lord stood by him. Tell your neighbor, the church prayed so hard that God sent an angel. And tell your neighbor, this angel that God sent because of prayer. Tell your neighbor, he didn't need the key for the lock. Tell your neighbor, prayer unlocked it. Tell your neighbor, there are some things you ain't even gonna need a key to get out. Shout to somebody, prayer gonna get you out. Oh God, I thought y'all were ready. I said you don't need a key for the lock. Prayer gonna get you. You ain't gonna need overtime. Prayer gonna get you. You don't need to pick up a third job. Prayer gonna get you. You ain't gonna have to take all that medication because prayer gonna. Tell your neighbor, prayer gonna get you out. Tell them, because God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Shout to your neighbor, God don't change. And tell your neighbor, if the church prayed years ago and God sent an angel, tell somebody, if we pray this morning, God will send an angel and break us out of what's got us. See, listen, some folk got tied up by hurt. We got to pray so they'll get out. Some folk tied up in poverty. We got to pray so they'll get out. It's time for somebody to get out. Y'all ain't ready. Tell your neighbor, it's time for the church to get out. But we getting out because of prayer. Run to three folks and tell them prayer still works. Are you ready to come out? I said, are you ready to come out? Are you ready to come out? Wonder if you're ready to pray. Wonder if you're ready to call on the name that's above every name. No, we don't need to break him out. But what we need to do is get in prayer and start praying. Yeah, it's a difficult issue. It's too hard for me. Yeah, my money ain't long enough. My credit ain't good enough. They don't want me to have it. They trying to stop me from getting it. I'm gonna need the church to get in prayer. Need the church. Stop talking about each other and let's get together and talk to God together. Let's let go of the isms. Let's let the schism go. Let's forget about the past. Forget about what he said, what she said. But we need to come together and pray. Tell your neighbor, when we come together and start praying, God gonna send his angel and get us out. Tell your neighbor, get ready. Because when we pray, God gonna snatch us out. Tell somebody, I don't know what you're going through, but if the church will pray, God will snatch us out. Tell somebody, God will snatch us out. I thought y'all were ready. I said, I thought y'all were ready. Ready to call on Jesus, for he answered prayer. I thought you were tired of being in prison, tired of being down, tired of not having, tired of not struggling. We got to pray. We got issues. We got problems. We got difficulty. But we gotta. The church said we gotta pray because they got Peter and they planning on killing him. But the Bible said constant prayer was sent up by the church. And then God sent the angel, and the angel caused Peter to get loose. But tell your neighbor, we can't get together and just pray any kind of way. Tell your neighbor, if we're going to pray together, there are some requirements. Look at Matthew 18. And I'm closing with this. Look at Matthew 18. Because see, something about to happen at Refuge in Noonan. I said something great about to happen up here on this hill. I said we about to ascend to another level. I said Refuge is about to go to the next level. Tell your neighbor there's a new level that God want to take us to. But tell your neighbor it's going to take prayer to get there. Look at Matthew 18:19. Again I say to you that if two of you agree on earth concerning anything that they ask. See, y'all ain't ready to handle this next one. It will be done for them. Tell your neighbor we don't need but two or three to agree on anything they ask according to God's will. Shout to that person, he'll do it. But we got to agree. Come here, Deacon Maynard, Deacon Cochran, Brother Bo, and Minister Evans. Tell your neighbor we got to agree. Which means it's got to be harmony with us. See, we got to lock up in agreement. And tell your neighbor when you lock up in agreement, don't let nothing or nobody break that agreement. What we got to agree on? We got to agree that whatever we ask, he'll do it. Whatever we ask, he'll do it. What you need, Deacon Cochran?
I need some money in the bank.
And then us folk, we say what? He'll do it.
He'll do it.
I say he'll do it.
He'll do it.
What you need, Deacon Man?
Financial blessing.
A financial blessing. What we say, y'all? He'll do it. What you need, brother Bo?
Wisdom to handle issues, problems, and difficulty that I'm going through.
I said he'll do it. What you need, Minister Evan?
Need more wisdom from God, amen.
Need more wisdom from God. I say he'll. I say he'll. What you want, Pastor? I want overflow. Because I want to help more folk. I said I want the overflow to be able to help more of God's people. What y'all say about it? What y'all say about it? Now, before we step together, we got to agree. Is there anybody here that don't agree? Anybody here think it's too hard for God? Are we in agreement? Well, let's get ready to step together with our left feet. Go ahead and step. Power of agreement. Time to take the next step. Trouble trying to stop us. Situation done showed up, but we in agreement. We got to take the next step. If it be true, tell your neighbor, I feel something happening up in the pulpit. Tell your neighbor, I feel Something shaking. Something breaking loose. But tell somebody it ain't just in the pulpit. Tell them I feel it on my road. I feel it on my road. It's time for Noonan to step. Tell your neighbor it's time for us to step in agreement. Tell the devil to back up. Tell demons to back up. Tell your enemy your plan didn't work. Back up. We command prosperity. We command productivity. Grab somebody by the arm. I'm done with the message.